Good morning once again, girls. Up till now we have learnt about the major seas and oceans, and we learnt about in this chapter we have learnt about the freshwater lakes and the saltwater lakes of the world. Now we are going to, in this video today, we learn about the rivers, the river system, their different stages and the major rivers of the world. Please open up to page number 38 and pick up a pencil too. And keep on underlining whatever you see that I have underlined, and if I say please underline, then you please do that. A river is a stream of water that flows from higher to lower levels of the earth's surface under the influence of gravity. The point of origin of a river is called as the source of the river, and the place where it drains out is called as the mouth of the river. Now the entire area drained by a river with all its tributaries and distributaries is called as river basin. So tributaries are the meanings are given at the back of the chapter also, children. Now let me just tell you quickly. Tributaries are smaller streams which come and add to a major river. So as such they are contributing or bringing more water to a particular river. Distributaries means taken from the word distribute. Distributaries are again smaller streams of rivers, smaller streams or smaller rivers which take away the water from a major river. Now this can be because of the different landforms. You know that the river often changes course, and on its journey when it meets the sea or the ocean or a huge lake, it goes through various places. It can be stony, it can be a plain. So this is the reason why distributaries form, or tributaries, for the same reason tributaries end up bringing more water to a major river. Now a river is one of the important natural agents, and a river as one of the important natural agents has three types of works. First of all is erosion. Erosion is peeling away of layer. Now transportation is bringing what? From a higher gradient to a lower gradient, silt and minerals, sand. And deposition is when it reaches its journey, in the end of its journey, then it deposits, or in the middle course or in the matured stage, the river deposits the salts, the minerals, the silt, all this it deposits into the plain area. Now the ultimate aim of a river is to make its entire basin into a uniform flat land. So water has lot of power. So it has the power to erode, and it has the power to flatten any landform. Now certain landforms, children, have, when we learned about weathering and erosion, then you will learn about it takes millions of years. It just does not happen overnight. Thus it erodes the highlands, deposits in the lowlands, and trying to level the surface of the earth. A river course is divided into three stages. Now let us see the upper course. The upper course of a river flows very fast. Why? Generally because the rivers originate in the higher or upper reaches of the mountains. These mountains are snow covered all year through, and maybe when it is the glaciers, they break down, and when they come to a slightly lower level, then they begin to melt, giving rise to rivers. The river mostly performs erosional work in this stage. So most of the erosion that happens is when the river is in its origin, when it is starting, or it is in its upper course. Now as a result of this erosion, what happens? It makes steep valleys which are called gorges, and it makes waterfalls. Now if we talk about India, when we go towards the Deccan side, you will find lot of waterfalls over there, because the area is stony, or most of the river has big or small plateaus and lot of rock surfaces there. Now middle course. In the middle course, the speed of the river reduces. So now see children, what has happened is that now the river has reached the plains. Therefore, the speed of the river or the flow of the river will reduce. Why? Because now it is flowing on a smoother surface. Not much difference in the elevation of the land over here. And it flows in a zigzag way called meandering flow of a river. See, this over here is the meandering course. This is the middle course or the matured stage of the river. It starts horizontal erosion and widens its valleys. Now, because the erosion is horizontal, it is not vertical, is straight like this. Horizontal is like this. So what is happening? Erosion and widens its valley. So this over here is widening. This erosion is like this. Okay. In the matured stage or the middle course, the erosion is in a horizontal stage. So the valley is widening over here. As the speed reduces, it starts depositing the load carried down from the upper course along its two banks and on its bed. Erosion, transportation and deposition go on simultaneously. Now we learnt about erosion, transportation and deposition go on simultaneously, means at the same time. Many small streams join the river in this stage and they are called tributaries. Thus the volume of water in the river increases in this stage. Now when we are talking about the middle course, children, people in the northern plains, I am not talking about the western part of India, let us just quickly talk about India over here. So the northern plains of India are very fertile because two major rivers flow through them, the Ganga and the Yamuna, and both when they are coming down in the middle course or in the matured stage, they deposit a lot of silt. So Punjab, Haryana, UP, Delhi, all these areas are very fertile areas. Now coming to the lower course. In its lower course, the river becomes very slow as the gradient becomes almost flat. That is, the elevation of land is almost flat. Due to the heavy load it carries till this stage, it flows sluggishly, very slowly. So please underline all that. Deposition is the major action here. So over here what is happening? No erosion, erosion is happening, but it is not that high because the flow of the river is very sluggish, very slow, and major is deposition. Deposition is the major action here. Underline, river generally divides into various channels called as distributaries before it drains out into sea or lake. Underline all that. In this part, the river along its distributaries deposits a lot of sand, silt and clay and forms triangle-shaped landforms called deltas. Now when we are talking about deltas, children, you will remember in class 5 you learnt about the major river systems of India, and when we talk about Ganga and Yamuna, then they drain into the Bay of Bengal, and the delta thus formed over there is known as the Sundarban Delta. Now you have this map which is a river profile on page number 39 showing the three stages of the river from the source to its where, children? It's to the mouth of the river. Now first of all, now rainfall is happening in the upper reaches, and then it turns to rainfall over here. Precipitation in the upper reaches of the mountains is generally in the form of snowfall, and these peaks are snow capped all year through, and when major chunks of snow or glaciers they slide down these mountain ranges, then what happens? Because of the high temperature, the temperature increases, the glaciers slowly begin to melt, and a river is formed over here. Now this is the youthful stage or the upper course of the river. What happens? It forms V-shaped valleys, and then you have waterfalls also. All those who have travelled to Kedarnath, Badrinath in India, then you will see all these things over here. Then it reaches the plains. If we are talking about India, children, then you remember Haridwar again if you go to Haridwar, the elevation is quite high. It is at a elevated, Haridwar is situated in a quite high elevated area. Now the Ganga, it comes down to the plain area begins from Dehradun, in Rishikesh, in Rishikesh the elevation of the land is high, and the river is flowing down to Haridwar, and here the plain area starts, and from there the river Ganga flows. Now from Dehradun or Haridwar, you can say the river Ganga, when we are especially talking about river Ganga, it is in the middle course, and then it flows to and the other states of the northern region. Now here, because the river is meandering, flowing like this, so it forms oxbow lakes. It seems as if it is the horns of an ox. Over here it will form oxbow lakes. See over here it is, see, can you see over here? So oxbow lakes are generally formed in before it comes to the lower course, and it at the end of the middle course. Generally rivers form oxbow lakes. Then we come to the older stage or the lower course. Here you will find the alluvial deposition of some rivers creates a delta. When we are talking about India, we are talking about the Sundarban deltas, and we talk about the mangroves. And now what is happening? It has many fine branches of water running through it. So over here you can see these fine branches. These are called distributaries. Now when we talk about tributaries, they can be found in the middle course here, and here also in the upper reaches or lower reaches of the mountains also, smaller rivers will come and join the major river. So then finally the river drains out into a sea or an ocean or a lake. Now children, in this video we will study till here only, and in the next class we will study about the distribution of major rivers. So please go through the term river, all its 3 stages, and please make sure that this picture or the river profile given here on page 39, you remember it as a picture, and you will not there will be no need to learn also, because then it has explained very clearly over there how the river originates and how it ends in a lake, sea or ocean. Anything which you have not understood, we'll take it again when the school reopens. Thank you.